Hey, hey, hey. Welcome to Q Aquatics and Exotics, live from my reptile den. I've been here all day, so this is going to be exciting. But first, let's check the audio and video. It's not.
So come along with me, it's Susie Q. Hey, everybody, it's Susie Q. Hey, everybody, it's Susie Q. Na na, hey, everybody, is so come along with me. Said I'm Susie Q.
Welcome back. I hope you heard all that. Hey, Paul. I am so exhausted. Uncle Smiley's in the house. Sam, thank you. Whoop, whoop. Whoop, 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 whoop. Yeah, new local Austin. Hello, hello. Let me give you a quick show of this part of the reptile room. This is 9 of the enclosures. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 other ones that you can't see. Oh man, up here, I'll just point real quick. This up here, this was a refrigerator, freezer, and a terrarium up until about 5 hours ago. I worked my ass off swapping them out. Holy cow. And I think I got the cam set up in one of my blue tongue skinks. Here we go. This is Topaz. So we'll be jumping back and forth between cameras. Oh, he's chilled it because they were all ready for bed. And I turned their lights on. Hey, Dennis, hello, hello. Hello. So and John hurt his back. And he has something wrong with his heart where he's not allowed to take ibuprofen. Let's see here. Let me put he can't take ibuprofen, so I'm the one that had to do everything, like pull the refrigerator freezer down. Oh my god, I thought I was gonna die. And oh my god, it was so much work. And you know, with my brain, the way it bounces around, I had about 7 projects going at the same time. So I was able to complete most of it, which is pretty cool. I'm pretty stoked about that. I'm glad you are awake, new local. So that one there that I was just showing you, that is my daughter's leopard gecko that was above the pond in the fish room. I thought it was going to be an easy fit. It was not an easy fit. It was 2 inches too big. So I had to take down the electricity. You could kind of see the electricity behind it. I had to take down that whole post, or try to. That took almost an hour and a half. And I just kind of like moved it behind. I don't know if I'm supposed to do that, but I did it. So there's that. And I still used it. I still have stuff plugged into it. But getting it, and I didn't realize that because I measured it 4 feet, perfect. And then it was and I couldn't take it back. It was too much. Too much. I had already dropped something on my toe. The animal, his name is Mr., got out. He was in the trunk. I tried to put him over here. Then I realized I put him up here. And this is another leopard gecko. Well, they could have killed each other. So I couldn't put him, like, I just had a lot of running around to do because it was just 2 inches too big. But it isn't. It fits now. It fits. And then I had to insulate the window behind it. It was all good. If I'm lagging, I'm sure it's my internet. I'm in the worst spot of the whole house for internet. It's better internet outside of my backyard than I am here. But Mr. loves it, and I revamped his whole thing. Loves it. Over there are 2 leopard geckos that, all the way what you see on the left-hand top, are 2 leopard geckos that were rehomed to me. And they've been in the glass bottom enclosure for about 2-3 months. I wanted to monitor their poop. I wanted to make sure that they were shedding, make sure they weren't killing each other, because I've never heard of keeping leopard geckos together. So I am getting ready. Oh, the one my head's in the way. The enclosure that my head is covering, that one on the bottom right, I'm going to put one of the leopard geckos over there. Because sooner or later, like, they're going to become of age, breeding of age, and they're going to fight. And I don't want to come down here and see blood and one of them gone and blah, 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 blah. So there's that. Yeah, I got 3 bearded dragons down here. So now leopard geckos, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 leopard geckos in this room, 3 blue-tongued skinks, and 2 Chinese water dragon. The camera was in with the Chinese water dragon when I was setting up, and he didn't like that very much. So I had to move it. Oh my gosh. Hello, Fish Fam Link. Hello, hello. So yeah, this is my reptile den, and I am cleared it out, a lot of it. I'm acting as if I'm not moving anywhere, at least not until John retires, but I'm acting as if, ooh, skinks are moving, hold on. And I figured I'd start, oh, he just laid his head back down. I hope he turns around. That's his big fat tail, her. I have 3 blue-tongued skinks, and they're all females. And they're all females. Darn it. I kept a pair of leopard geckos together for years. Did you, Alison? Now, they've been together for years. I got these from Mike Luna. And I was just worried that they're not going to be happy. So right now they're still in there because I didn't want to move their enclosure from the quarantine enclosure to this enclosure, because now they have, it's a dirted floor with dried leaves on it and lots more hiding spots, and they got a warm side, cool side. There's a lot of things to get used to, so I didn't want to take them away from each other yet. But if I see any kind of shenanigans, one of them is going to go in that enclosure. Oh, come on. Come on, Skinky Binky. I thought he was going to turn around and go after the camera, but no. No. Where's he go? Oh, he's going to just disappear from us. See, I made these enclosures so there's hiding spots, alleyways, tunnels. Yeah, he's done with me talking. He's just going to disappear. And a lot of them have either litter boxes filled with dirt and sand, or flower boxes filled to the top so they can get in, dig down. This leopard gecko enclosure is the only one that has isopods in it. Board members are not allowed to move from the area without board approval. I'm acting as if I am getting rid of stuff, packing up stuff, acting as if, fixing up stuff. But I think John Bagger, he retires in like 3 years, 4 years. But I would like something with at least 1 acre, preferably 10, but at least 1 acre. Now, if I leave this county, I can get the same money that I own in this house with my 50 feet wide backyard. I can get 10 acres, 3 bedroom, 1 bath house in other states, even other counties. It's just Bucks County is so silly expensive. It's just ridiculous. With this tiny house that I have, is the equity that I have in the house. If I sold it, I could pay cash for a house somewhere else with 10 acres and not have a mortgage, which is what I want to do. I want to move and get rid of this mortgage once John retires, because this mortgage stuff is killing me. It's killing me. Like it's killing me. And taxes here is the same as some people's mortgages. I see other places and they have it like, oh, 500 or 500. I'm like, 500, 200 a month. Mine's like 600, 700 a month. It just went up again. I don't even know what it is anymore. I'm so mad. It's like, even if the house is paid off, it would kill us in just paying taxes on something we already own and paid for. Doesn't make sense to me, but that's okay. Oh, the tail's almost gone on the skink. Let's go back to this room. There we go. So now, if you can see on the bottom where there's like these black grates, that enclosure is 4 foot by 2 foot, 4 foot by 2 by 2, and that runs all along the bottom. So the one next to it's 4 foot, the one next to it's 4 foot, 4 foot. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 28 foot area. I put some walls up so that the cherry heads, because they're smaller, well, Bruce is the same size as the sulcatas, but the sulcatas will pretty much get 3 of them. Yeah, Mary's house, I had that favored on Zillow. That was one of them I was looking at. It sure was. That's so cute. It is so cute. I thought it was like a domed house or something. But it had a lot, like, I put in filters for what I want. I want something with a barn for my animals. Oh, there's this place in Tennessee. Oh, the barn when you go in, or the animal area, it has a bathroom, a kitchen, so somebody could live there. And then when you go down to and then there's 2 other rooms, I guess like for bathing animals and blah, blah. But you go down the barn, they must have had small animals, because there is like 10 foot by 3 foot enclosures, and there's like 20 of them going all the way down with chain link doors and everything, and they're indoor outdoor enclosures already. That's move-in ready. I could pack up all my animals, all my tanks. Not all my tanks. I'm gonna take the big tanks. I'm gonna take all the big tanks. But I'm taking all the fish. And I could go there and set all my animals up there. What? Yeah. It's just beautiful, but I can't get John to move right now. He doesn't want to look for another job. I mean, he is a master mechanic of heating and air. He can get a job anywhere. You work with a company a couple of years, and you pretty much can do whatever you want when you're the go-to guy. You know, they let him get away with a lot of stuff he wouldn't be able to get away with in another company. And he doesn't want to lose that. He doesn't want to start all over again. Not that he would start all over again, because he's still a master mechanic, but I understand that. I do. So I still like to look at houses, but in the market it is today, if you don't look at it, see it, and put a bid in the same day, you're not going to get it. But some of these houses, the 2 of these houses that I saw, have been on the market probably about 200 plus days. So I'm like, this would be great. If it was in driving distance, like if it was upstate Pennsylvania, I would seriously consider it. Seriously consider selling this house with the clause that we get to rent it for a couple months while we settle in, pay for that one cash, and then take my time taking stuff up. Oh my gosh. I dream about this. I have it in my head. But sometimes when I have things in my head, it can trigger obsessions, so to speak. But anyway, this one was in Tennessee. Speaking of Tennessee, did anybody see Bob's Facebook post? I'm so sad. Floyd flew out the door, and he thinks he kept flying. He doesn't think he landed in a tree and is local anymore. My heart is breaking. My heart is breaking for him. Like, what? If I was closer, man, I'd be there all day. I'd be there all day today with Colin Floyd and with the special treats and whatnot. Oh, I can't even imagine if Sophie got out. I would like. I can't think that way because I'll just start crying. Yeah, no, can't think that way. Nope. But anyway, so I do like looking, but I do realize I am got way too much stuff that would not go with me. So I'm trying to think in my head, if it was a fully furnished house, what would you take with me? What would I, besides my animals? I could probably fit it in a U-Haul. Probably. And what do I do with the rest? I'd have to get rid of it. It would take weeks, months maybe, to get rid of all this stuff. So that's why I'm like starting now. Starting now. But what I was supposed to be doing today, cleaning out the shed and clearing out stuff that doesn't belong in the shed and throwing it away, I was in here rearranging my reptile room, which took me all day. It took me all day. But that's okay because I think it looks great. It feels good. The animals are happy. I can feed. There's just one leopard gecko in the other room still. Right now I pull out bugs. All the bug eating critters are right in this room, which is so much easier than gathering some up, take them out. Now upstairs I do have a bearded dragon up in my living room in a huge 4-foot by 4-foot enclosure. That's pretty cool. My brother pays $25,000 in taxes. Oh, in Long Island, yeah. New York and New Jersey are out. I would never want to live in New York or New Jersey. Don't ask me why. Just never gonna happen. Never gonna happen. Yeah, that's crazy. Crazy. Now I wouldn't mind upstate Pennsylvania, even though it's a different planting zone. It's at least 10 to 15 degrees colder, and about a month less of nice weather. And it does snow a lot more than down here. That part would suck. Tennessee, though, if you look on the map as it goes like this, has the same planting I have here. So, and then this one house, it just looks perfect right now. But I have to remember, I am not a single entity. And ideally, I'm looking at multiple houses. Like sometimes you get a property that has a full house, a cottage, maybe an RV parked on it, barn. All of them requirements are barn. I have to have a barn. John has to have a garage, at least a 2-car garage, because that's like his man cave thing. That's his thing. 25,000. I can't even. Phew. And 10 acres, because I would like my kids, and I'd say they're all on board. Katie's still, her husband's not on board yet, but we still save an acre for her. Each one would have a house on an acre, and we'd have like a community living like it's just a dream. It's just a dream. I like dreaming. But everybody is like, in my family, is like, you got to have your own place because you got so many animals. I'm like, that's right. Even if I didn't have an animal, I'd have to have my own place. Like 65 years old. No in-law suite. I need my own place. I don't need anybody monitoring. No HOAs, no kids or in-laws. Oh, and my ex-husband. Big adventure. I think it was Tuesday. My ex-husband's sister called from, I don't know, Wyoming. I don't know where she lives. I honestly don't know, but way out there. Like you'd have to get in a plane out there. Can't get a hold of Craig. That's my ex-husband's name. So my daughter Sarah was going to go do a wellness check on her father. And I didn't want her to go alone in case it went that way. So I went with her. And then we spent hours there, and he is fine. He just, his battery on his phone died. My daughter was really freaking amazing. So she gets on his computer. She goes, "Let me see if his Easy Pass is open." I could see where he lived because it had been 4 days. His boss hadn't talked to him in 4 days. His sister haven't. My kids haven't. I haven't talked to him in years. So I mean, no, that's not true. He sends silly Instagram things. But anyway, she gets on, and she can't get into his Easy Pass, but she decides to look at his search and sees that he's looking, and I'm like, this is like so much overreach. How much battery life should a phone have? T-Mobile's in the area. Battery life for a T-Mobile phone, like all those kind of searches. So she says, let's go to T-Mobile. Well, we just missed him, but he was at the T-Mobile store. And I'm like, wow, girl. She just was going through she wanted to make sure. She said she would not be able to sleep unless she knew he was okay. But anyway, I heard her mention to him about this, you know, this village that we're going to have a community, family community, and friends. It's not just, I got a couple of friends that are going to get an acre too. And he's invited. I'm like, now we were married 20 years. John has met him many times. So I don't think that would be a problem as long as we didn't, you know, have to talk a lot, you know. Because let me tell you, it was all coming back. It was all coming back to me now. But anyway, that's what I did all week. That, and I'm going to build, tomorrow's a day off. I am going to build a little mini chicken coop for inside the chicken run for the bantam chickens. Now, if you don't know, bantam chickens are like miniature chickens, dwarf chickens. They're just full-size chickens. My big chickens pick on them. So if they have their own little coop inside the run, so they'll have a coop. Everybody's got a place to go. And then in the morning I open it up and they have their run. I think that'll be cute. Daughter is a natural born detective. Oh, she is. She was on it. I was like, oh my gosh. And then I'm like, I don't want to see what he's been looking up on the internet. Like no. But she just looked at the recent to get a gist. She called, she found paperwork from his contracting job, called the guy. Thank God the guy was a 30-year-old friend. Not 30-year-old. Friends for over 30 years. And he said, oh, he just got a fishing license. Maybe he's fishing. And we're like, well, that's a possibility, but why wouldn't he tell his sister, who they have a programmed, dedicated day and time to talk every week to make sure each other's doing well? So anyway, that wasn't the case. So when we did find him, and he got a new phone, but it was a big mess because I couldn't transfer over. Blah, blah, blah. We ended up all going out to dinner. And my daughter made a point of taking pictures of us. I'm like, oh my God, this is something. This is something else. But I figured, I was just worried that if it was going to go in a bad direction, I did not want my daughter finding him like in a bad way. Scuba Steve, oh, what's up? So I pay for patience, and I get things to be patient about, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. But tomorrow I'm going to pull out my, I don't know what kind of saw it's called. It's on a table. Not a table saw. You pull the arm down, and I can cut 90 degrees, 45 degrees. It doesn't tilt, though. It's just a straight up and down, but I can cut. I'm going to build a little chicken coop and see how that works out. And I'm only going to be using like 1x2s, like little tiny wood. I'm not using 2x4s or anything because I only want it to be like 14 inches deep and wide. I just want it to look like a chicken coop. Like I even thought about using one of my doll houses, but I would have to like take off the floors to make room. And that seemed like a lot more work than it'd be different if I had a dollhouse that was ready to go. Or a child's toy like an oversized barn. That'd be perfect for these bantams. But that is going to be a fun project for tomorrow. I wish I could show you my fish room, but it's in a little bit of disarray because I took 4 things off the shelves. I'm cleaning up everything. I'm trying to debate whether I want to use that tub in my fish room or bring it outside. It's usually I keep all my turtles in there for the winter. But I thought I have 40-gallon breeders. It's the winter. The sliders are going to stay out in the pond, the big pond. So I just need one for my terrapin, who's separate. I'm going to use my 50 lowboy for the yearlings. Are they still called yearlings? The 2 yearlings. 2-year-old yearlings. And 1, 2, 3. And I'm thinking that's it. Because the pink belly side neck, African side neck, is about that big. He's already in a 50-gallon. I didn't bring him outside. Overly overstocked Oscars. Hello, hello. Hello, Jeff. It's getting closer to you. Woohoo! Yeah, baby. And when I was at one of our stores that support our group sponsors, one of our sponsor stores, I got 6 chromis. So they're going to be a little bit bigger, but right now they're pretty small. 14 months membership. Side necks trip me out. Oh my gosh, I love this side neck. I should bring them in here one time. Thank you very much and congratulations on the 14 months. What? I'm going to start uploading. I know I said I couldn't, but I think I'm gonna, because I take a lot of footage that's not for the tube, but it would be perfect for my patrons. I think that's a good idea. I forgot what I was saying. Oh, so the upstairs, the saltwater tank is looking great because it's got the 6 chromis in it, the 1 huge blue velvet damsel, and my squirrelfish, the pink striped squirrelfish. So now that the chromis are in there, I was thinking about asking him if he's going to come to our meetings, his meetings, because he's in the club, to bring 6 more for me, because they're just the perfect size. Overly overstocked. I love turtles too. I love turtles, the tortoises. My favorite turtle is the Reeves turtle, and that stays quite small. Oh, I told you about the tortoise swap. So I have another redfoot tortoise. So now that's 4 redfoot tortoises, and I gave Peanut, my sulcata, to the backyard tortoises. So hello, Vin TVK. Is that Melvin? Oh yeah. Hello, Susie Q. You went salty. I have had salt water tank. I used to have salty Sundays, and I've always featured. I've had this tank for just as much time as I've had all my tanks. I just don't talk about it much because it's like I don't do things the same way other saltwater people do, and I don't feel like people attacking me for it. I use tap water. I don't do corals. I can't handle corals. Now I have RODI water, but John and I use that for drinking water. I don't use RODI water for my tanks because it just seems like such a waste. I have no idea how to make that wastewater put to use. People say, "Oh, I run it out to my garden." Ours is in the sink. How do you run it anywhere? Like I don't understand that. And when I said that to John, he just looked at me like I had 6 heads. Lizards, I have. Do you want to see? I'm going to show you, if I can, my Chinese water dragon, because I'm in this room and I think I can. I think I can. This right now is a blue-tongued skink. I'm going to move it over to see, but I can't see my monitor, so you'll have to let me know. bed. Okay, so there's a dirty glass. This is Mushu. Hi, Mushu. And Jury is in here, but I don't see him. And he is in this enclosure that goes up about 7 feet. And it's 4 foot by 4 foot by 7 foot high. And then there's the 20-gallon aquarium. I wish I could put this in here so you could see him better. Hi. It smells good in there. Yeah. See who else we got. Oh, we got Azure, dirty face. He's sitting right behind me, and I'll show you Tanner. Where's Tanner? Do you see him? Oh, he's all white. He's really not white. He is a beautiful leatherback. But anyway, those are some of my lizards. And then I'll leave this here just in case. Oh, you can kind of see him. You can kind of see him. But this is a tank that I worked on today. I moved it out of the one on top. What a great enclosure this is too. Let me tell you, what a great enclosure. This came as like a put together kit. 4 foot wide, 2 by 2. And it was all flat and it fit together so easily, so lightweight. I wish I had the money for, I never would have had to build these cabinets. I could have just stacked them on top. They make little stackers in between where you can put your light and stuff. Because these are neat, clean, easy. But my other ones are built into the wall. I realized that today. I kind of realized that when I was making, is that Bob? Hi, Bob. Stop moving. I'm sorry. I didn't have any place to put the camera. I just lost Bob. Oh, there's Bob. Hello, Bob. I hope you got to see him. Yeah, this is my my reptile den. I do love it very much. This isn't my usual chair. This is a chair from my the fish room. I have a smaller chair. Like it was my daughter's drum set. I guess they call it a throne. And that's pretty nice. I sit in there. I sit in here a lot. I also in here have, these are my reptile skates. So in this room, it's probably 5 foot by 5 foot with no, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 foot by 8 foot. I skate around. I skate around while I'm down here in the fish room. These stay down here because I'm a dork. I'm a dork. And I can go around and do, because now that it's all cleared out, because I had, while I'm building, you know, when you build stuff, it's just everything's everywhere. I love this space too, overly. Thank you. Overtly overstocked. You had great shots of him, gorgeous. Oh, good. What's in the enclosures? Which ones? Which ones? And these enclosures that you see top, right, left, that one up there is 2 leopard geckos that just came out of quarantine. Underneath it is my very first blue-tongued skink, Sapphire, who is 5 years old. All 3 of my blue-tongued skinks are northern and female. Would I love to have a male? And then straight ahead on top is my daughter's leopard gecko that she was so afraid that she wasn't doing it right. She had him for years, so I don't know why she was just afraid he was dying. I don't know. I've had him for a couple of years now. He's doing great. He's doing great. He's in that 4 foot enclosure. Underneath there is my bearded dragon. Up top over there is Bagel, another bearded dragon. This bearded dragon right out front was the only one I ever bought, actually. All the other ones were rehomed. And then upstairs is Sunshine. Down below is an empty enclosure in case these two, because I just moved them out of quarantine. They were in quarantine for about 3 months, into this bioactive enclosure. And if they start not getting along, I'm going to take one out and put them here. Up here is a leopard gecko. So the ones that now moving along, like as if on the right hand side, there's more enclosures. It is, I think I can move it too. Yes. So that one's also a leopard gecko. That was rehomed to me. Down below, behind this water thing, is my 2 Uromastics. I don't think they're out. They go to bed quite early. And then right behind me, I don't think it's caught up. This is the blue tongue skink. And right underneath is my leatherback bearded dragon. And the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 enclosures on the floor are all for tortoises, but are right now outside. I love dragons with beards. I love these Chinese water dragons. I can't find them anywhere anymore, but I got 2. And I feel so blessed to have them. Because you used to be able to get them for like $29. And I don't know why there aren't any. And I don't see them in any store ever. But I haven't gone to a reptile. I feel like when I go to a reptile show, all the animals are like so much higher in price. And they're not all captive born and bred. So it's like they're just jacking up the price. But I do go to reptile shows to get stuff. Now that I get worms delivered to my door, super worms. And I went into another local fish store, and their refrigerator broke. And they said all the red wigglers are $1 each. I bought every one of them. Every one of them. I did. So I hope that answers what's in the enclosures. I think I mentioned all, but I don't do much lives from this room because it's so awkward. Like if I sit in front of an enclosure, the light is like all these lights are glaring. If I turn the lights off, you can't see anything. Why bother? So, and it's the farthest away from the internet, the Wi-Fi. But I do like it. I like it a lot. I like hanging out in here. I like just skating around, futzing with every little thing. Like today I had the shop vac and I was like vacuuming their floor. Even though it's bioactive, you can see where the some like the cleanup crew doesn't touch urates. And that's like it's a hard white something. Something that comes out of them. Bearded dragons are pretty expensive at PetSmart and Petco now too. Really? I lost one of my old turtles. Oh no, of 26 years. How sad is that? That is very sad. I know what that's like. I pulled out my diamond terrapin, my diamondback terrapin, and it looked like there's a spot on his shell. I sure hope it was just growth, but if it didn't feel soft or anything, but I'll check again, because if it's shell rot, oh my god, that would be bad. What I'll do is I'll bathe them with a toothbrush and some iodine and let it dry, and then put them back in the water and monitor them. But I'm going to be bringing them in. I'm bringing the babies in soon because it's getting cold at night. And I heard that next week we're going to have a real cold snap. So I'm trying to get everything ready in here so I can pull things in. So as long as I have a place for my babies, which is the 50 lowboy, the Diamondback Terrapin can't really go with anything else, but he can go in a 40-gallon breeder. And I'll just have to build basking stations on top. something like with those black crates, those black panels. Maybe I have more of those. I have to figure out a way that they can come out of the 40-gallon breeder, because I really don't want to lower the water, because 40 gallons isn't a whole lot. I mean, they're used to a couple 100 gallons outside, but it's only for the winter, so I'm not too worried about it. I am about the Diamondback because I want to make sure I can monitor her shell. And then I have my false maps. I've got the Eastern Painted. Those all need, they could go in a 40-gallon. There's maybe I'll split them in 2 40-gallons. So on my 40-gallon wall, there's 10 40-gallon breeders. The bottom 5 are all empty. Well, they're full of water because I need the weight to keep the shelf stable. But there's no fish in them, and I am prepared to use my pond water for if anything that I was breeding outside breeds, bring the pond water and everything in and use that. I can make them turtles. I just have to come up with a quick and easy, snappy way to make basking stations for a 40 breeder. Now I have several basking stations with tops, but they're all for like 12, 13 inch, like 55 gallons. Nothing for a 40 breeder. And to make it sound like, oh, it's easy, just put things up here and put it on top. It's never that easy. It's never, ever, ever that easy. I don't know why. But I might watch a couple of YouTube things to see. There's got to be an easy way out of things I have around here to make little basking areas for the top. Just so they can come out of the water. Now the Reeves turtle and the baby turtles, and it's so funny because my old Reeves turtle, who's only about this big, is in with the babies because of his size, but he's a grown-up turtle. He's a grown-up turtle, and I don't know how he feels about those babies, but he's nice to them, so. And it's only, I keep saying it's only for the winter months. Then they'll be back out in more of a natural habitat. Next week we'll be in the 30s. Where are you located? Chicks looks sad now. She hasn't been near the light since. Chick looks sad now. She hasn't been you dear the lights since. Oh, when you lost one of your turtles, Butch. Chick, yeah. Oh, that's sad. That is sad. Are you up in the Northeast, Jeff? Do I know where you live? I think I did know where you live. Did I? I have the stands for the lights. Oh. Well, that's good. I have little like light post stands, but if I put them on the outside, they're only, I don't know. I got to figure out something. Maybe a milk crate? Something that you get up and onto, but can't get out of the 40-gallon. I don't want them walking around my basement. It'll be so hard to find. Oh, northern Wisconsin. Ooh. That's nowhere near Pennsylvania. Let's see what it's going to be here. So they said it was on the news. It was going to be this big cold front. But I'm doing a 10-day forecast. I don't see it here. So maybe it's after that. And I heard somebody... Yeah, Chick is your other old turtle. I figured that out. Oh. Somebody said we're going to get a cold snap. I saw some rice fish in my one tub. They didn't look like fry, so it was probably the parents. It is certainly nowhere near the amount of parents I put in. I don't see any cherry barbs, parents or anything, but that doesn't mean they're not there. It just means the tank it's a 50-gallon Rubbermaid with flow from the pond coming in and out, so the walls are all fuzzy. It's real hard to see in. And oh, my Xenotoka. I don't see any of those. Temps in the 70s, low 80s this week. Nighttime temperatures, 50s, low 60s. That's perfect. Yeah. Yeah, that's perfect now, but I just was making room inside, getting ready for them. And my main thing is the turtles, because if I don't have to set up that turtle tub, I'll be able to access so much more room in the fish room than I currently use now. Like I show you, but it's horrible. Next week I'll show you. I'll be in the fish room and I can show you that it's just there's no room to move. So I put one of the terrariums against the wall, but I'm standing in front of the pond and I can't quite reach it. So if I had to pull out one of the hides to look inside for some reason, I can't reach it. And I'm thinking this isn't good. This is how I get frustrated in the winter. And I could push it all the way under so only the little parts are sticking out. But I'm thinking that's a perfect recipe for mold, isn't it? Like if 3/4 of this tub is under a shelf, you know, yeah, I don't want to do that. So, no. Super stick member, super stickers, super chats. Oh my, they are fun and they help support the channel. Thank you, Fish Fam Link. Next week, 50s, 30s low, and rain. Ooh. Ooh. Kinda by Lakes Superior and Lake Michigan. Lake Superior is about an hour north of me. Okay. Wow, we were looking in. Oh yeah, I've been to Wisconsin. Isn't the Harley Davidson main thing there? When I was at Chicago, I used to have to go to Chicago, Illinois, at least twice a month when I worked at Stericycle. Anyway, not twice a month. Maybe 3 times a month. 3 times a year. A year. So when I was there, one time I went to the Harley Davidson, that was in Wisconsin. And another time I went to the casino. Duh. And then there was a dollhouse store in a little bit northwest of Chicago. So anyway, I used to go to Chicago and Wisconsin, but John and I were looking in Wyoming. I looked at the winter. I'm like, nope. Looked in Colorado, which I was all for because you can stay in spots that's not like horrible winter. But John said absolutely not. No Colorado. For some reason, that state's off the table. I looked in Arizona. I didn't see any trees. I didn't see any trees in Arizona. I said, John, I'm not. There's no trees. My turtle's winter home is a 250 tank, half soil, half water. Oh, okay. A tree stump for a ramp. Oh, I like that. I'd love to see it. Is it on your channel? I would love to see that. I need some ideas. Yeah, the Harley plant in Milwaukee. In Tom Shaw. I'm in Thomashaw. Okay. A dog pool works for the water slide. Oh, yeah. I have a dog pool that I used for the duck. And I came out one day and the whole thing is empty and there's a slice in it. None of my animals would be able to slice that. And I thought, was that a raccoon? Did a raccoon come in and looking for fish? Because there was one day when I came in, all my water lilies, my hyacinths and water lettuce were all upside down. So I'm thinking it was a raccoon, but I didn't put 2 and 2 together that something killed my dog pool. The dog pool works perfect for the duck because he gets to sit in it and I can change the water every other day. I was doing a 50-gallon. I can't change that water every other day. I can't even lift it. I'll change it. And I let the duck in my big pond, in my 2,000-gallon pond, just 1 time, 2 times so far, because he's just going to mess it. They're dirty, dirty animals. And he was so happy. He was diving down. It could have been a defect. It could have been. Yeah. Any water hyacinths, all my turtles eat. Water lettuce, nobody touches. Nobody. It's got to be something I can do to make that. Next year, it's all water hyacinths. And I can't keep them enough. The tortoises like them, the turtles like them, the ducks like them, the chickens like them. Everybody likes a water hyacinth. Nobody likes water lettuce. Nobody. Ugh. But anyway, I did a short. If you check my channel for the duck, I call it Deep Dive. It was so fun to watch. And I'm like thinking, don't you dare catch one of my koi. Don't you dare. She can have as many goldfish or the mosquito fish she wants, but not the koi. She was diving down, not a deep dive because it's a Pekin duck, so they only do like shallow dives. But she can't do that in the pool. She can't do that in the dog pool. She can't do that in the 50-gallon. Like, she can put her head under. But this was splashing, diving. She was so happy. I almost felt guilty not letting her be in there all the time. Yeah. That passed. The first time, like, I did it 2 days in a row, and then the waterfall stopped. And there's duck shit in the filter. Had to pull it out to get the pump working again. And I was like, the 2 ponds as she goes up there, the waterfall stopped right away, because she just poops everywhere. And it's massive. Massive. Forms to the tank nicely. They will chew on the fake plants. Oh, yeah. That's why I can't have sponge filters either. I do have sponge filters in that 50 low boy for the baby turtles, but we'll see. We'll see. But this was a very satisfying day today, getting so much done that I didn't think could possibly get done. I had to defrost that whole freezer. I put all my food that I had in there, took it out to John's refrigerator in the garage. I had a terrarium. As soon as I took it off the shelf, I realized this is too heavy for me. And I started going backwards, and I put it right on top of this water barrel. Thank God for this water barrel. It was here. I got this at the Bucks County Aquarium Society, my very first auction. It's like a 55-gallon drum or 50-gallon drum. I love it. I've got a little pump inside. It keeps the water moving. I don't have it right here, an attachment I put on. It's like a sprayer. I fill everybody's water. This is so helpful in this reptile room. Could I use it in the fish room? I'm sure I could, but I couldn't. This will not move around in the fish room. That's how much space I don't have. Thanks for the stream, everyone. Time to get ready for M&C. All right. See you later. I'd have to make a tank topper. I don't think I have, there are any mods in here to put a link to M&C? Could do that. I have the parts. Yeah, I gotta have to make some people mods. I gotta make sure, like, people can post their links for their upcoming shows. Now, I'm going right to bed. But go check out M&C. I think I missed. Somebody went live before. Oh, Joey went live before this. So I didn't get to see that because I was trying to take a nap. That did not work so well. But I was afraid if I took a nap, I wouldn't get up. Because that was a lot of work. A lot of physical work. And I need that. I need that right now. I just need to keep moving, keep working. And it's okay that I start 7 projects at once. And if I finish 5, the next day there's only 2 half-started projects. So John, he can only do like 1 project at a time, beginning to end. But then when he's done, he's done. You got 1 project done. Look at this place. I got so many projects going on. You got to have this kind of crazy to do. But thank you everybody for coming out. I really appreciate it. And looking at my reptile den, I really love this place. The space is so hot. I was going to say warm and cozy. But it is fun to hang out in here with the guys. They all have different kinds of personalities. And it was fun creating that for the gecko. Let me see one last time. Is this it? Oh, yeah. That one on top there. I mean, it's done because I'm not going to do any more to it. But I did it so quickly and so frantically because I was in the middle of so much. Yeah, baby steps for sure. That's the way it's staying right now. And I'm just happy about it that I can almost everybody in one room. So thank you guys for coming out. Thank you, overtly, thank you. I am going to listen to my daughter sing my theme song. And I'm heading to bed. Thank you guys for coming out so much. See you next week, hopefully.
Hey everybody, it's Susie Q, and I'm here to show you just what I do. I have a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q, and I'm here to show you just what I do. I got a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q, and I'm here to show you just what I do. I have a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q. Nah, hey everybody, it's Susie Q, so come along with me. Said I'm Susie Q.